happening any moment. There was never like what's going on. I would always have to, if I would say, I would say, even in the ICU, he seemed he was going somewhere. He seemed that he was entering action. And that's very appropriate with his Hebrew name. You know your grandfather's Hebrew name? And I asked him, because Susan was there, and I said, what's his Hebrew name? And through the Rashi said, Dad, what's your Hebrew name? And he said, Leib, which is also my grandfather's Hebrew name. And you know what Leib is? It's a Yiddish word. What does it mean? Lion. A lion. And you know what the first law of the Code of Jewish Law mentions the lion. And you know what it says? It says, be mighty like a lion. Because our animal inclination tries to make us give in to instincts. You're lazy, you're too tired, you're not in the mood. Nah. But you have to, so it's a struggle. So if you just go status quo, then it wins. But a lion musters his strength and stands up and says, I'm not going to just give in to my instinct. I'm not going to give in to I'm going to overpower you like a lion. And the Code of Jewish Law, literally on the first page, it mentions your grandfather's name, your father's name. It says you got to be strong like a lion, mighty like a lion to serve God. Right at the beginning of the morning, you need to muster strength like a lion. It says the neshama, the soul, is everlasting. Of course, we're physical people, and God forbid not to diminish any of the pain. But when an animal passes away, that's it, done. The soul is connected to its body. We know that the soul was always there. It was before it was born and continues. And obviously, as physical people, it's hard to connect because we're very physical people. We can't call up the phone. We can't call up the phone. We can't visit him in his apartment. But whenever you do a mitzvah like you just did, and something in his memory, then we're sending like a spiritual note and a letter and saying, hey, this mitzvah is for you. Because if you're doing an extra mitzvah in his honor and memory that usually he wouldn't do, but you're doing it for dad, you're doing it for grandpa, then what's happening right now is that something in honor of him is being perpetuated in this physical world. So his impact is still on. I did something because of him. So that's why. So I wanted to, if everybody, besides for the freshman children, but if everybody can repeat after me in Hebrew, and then I'll translate it into English. It's the customary greeting that we say to the mourners. We say Hamakom, Nachem, Etchem, Betoch, Sha'ar, Eveli, Tzion, Yerushalayim. Which means, may God comfort you among all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem, and give your family much needed comfort and strength. And Hamakom means space. It's interesting why this is one of God's nicknames is space, because God fills up all space. But why do we say that? Why don't we say Elohim or Hashem? So most of the answer is that at the end of the day, your loved one took up space, and he had a place, and we asked Hashem to fill that void. And just like not everyone was there at the destruction of the temple, but we still feel its loss of its pain. The fact that we're all in Boca Raton, not all in Jerusalem, is a result of the destruction of the temple. And so too, also, while some of you here have known your dad better or not as well, it's almost irrelevant, because just like we all share in the loss of our temple, we all share in the loss of one beloved member of the Jewish nation and of all mankind. And we're here to tell you that we're with you in this, and we offer you much comfort. If I would continue to go on, I'd be a true rabbi. I almost,
you are a true
Baruch
rabbi.
Hashem, it's a Jewish shiva, was Baruch Hashem, so that's that. And one thing you're supposed to live a little bit of a part of one important prayer that you can say for your dad is the Kaddish prayer. Whenever you have an opportunity to go to a shul, and as it says that a parent brings their child into this world, but a child helps bring their parent to the world to come. And through the Kaddish prayer, you help elevate the soul, and that's an important thing to do. And we also, and just to conclude, with one thing from the Mishnah, we're always supposed to learn Mishnah. Mishnah is the same Hebrew letters as Neshama, which is soul. And we just read the Shema, we just heard the Shema being said. We know the Mishnah discusses, it says, we say the Shema twice in a 24-hour period, during the evening and during the morning. And although we have all night to say the Shema, our sages caution to finish it before midnight. Why? You have it all night, because what's going to happen if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, you still didn't say the Shema, you're like, no, I'll say it soon, let me sleep a little bit. Then you'll be like, I'm a little hungry, let me get my midnight snack, and then before you know it, it's going to be done. So they say, be careful. So this is, I think, something we could also learn from your grandfather, who always had a spring in his step. And I think that what we could do is, I think one thing that we could practically take is how can we, in what areas in our life could I be more of a lion? In what areas could I muster my strength to overcome and let's be practical over here. Because let's not speak cliche in general. If there's an area in my life that I'm constantly giving into my natural inclination and instinct, I want to overpower like a lion. So if we could all just take one instant of where I could muster my strength, and that would be a big comfort to your dad's soul. And
I should have a dad's favorite team was the Lions. The Detroit Lions. That was our weekly ritual during football season. And so, appropriately enough. Yeah. It's also my coach of my show. Last time from the TV. So.
Okay. I'm done with that. So everybody can continue on the show.
Thank you. Very nice. We're also in the middle of Operation Northern Lions.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's
Rising Lion was before, right?
correct.
Now it's Roaring.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called.
Sukumu,
Okay, so here's on both sides.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so where do you sign?
Oh,